Well, it's that time of the week. I'm a hairy girl. You think these are tights or something? No, it's hair, and I've spent the majority of my life trying to get rid of it. And like with most topics I discuss on this channel, I'm an expert. And today, I want to talk about every type of hair removal and the most effective methods. First off, you have the most classic. Shaving. It's also probably the oldest. The trend is believed to have started 20,000 years ago. Back then, men were hunters. But since nobody had shampoo in prehistoric times, their hair stank. And to prevent that stank from alerting animals of their presence, it's believed they shaved their heads using sharp stones or seashells. Then years passed and naturally a Frenchman was like, how do I make this badass thing more elegant and pussyish instead? In the 18th century. After which, again, naturally, a German duo perfected it in the 19th, and after which, obviously, an American figured out how to make it 10% more sleek and 100% more disposable, and now their product dominates the market. Yeah, it's the natural progression of most things. But you have many razors to choose from today, and I've tried all of them back in middle school, so let's quickly go through each one. Use this if you ever feel like you're bored of the two outer layers of your skin. Use this if you want your legs to be smooth and squeaky for approximately 3 hours before the crops sprout once more. Use this if you want to literally not see a difference. Use this if you're a hipster and suffer the cost of your lifestyle choices. And use this if you want the perfect shave about 8 times, then you need to spend another £2.40. But it's ultimately the best option and honestly the only actual improvement on the design, since it's very forgiving when it comes to knees and pits. Yeah, it's quite hard to go around some grooves, so you might want to use a cream instead. Same as the razor, there's evidence that women in Asia used quicklime starch, water and arsenic sulfide to melt hairs about 6,000 years ago. This recipe, despite having side effects such as chemical burns and vomiting, stayed pretty much the same up until the 19th century. I do want to read this. It's from an American magazine called Lady's Book, and it advised that, under all circumstances, we believe it to be far better to put up with the deformity arising from the superfluous hair than to endanger the occurrence of a greater evil by attempting its eradication. Chicks were really hardcore back then. But this cream essentially had ingredients more similar to rat poison than any other grooming product on the market until Neat, now Veet, and Nair. And they're fine, except they still smell maybe not like rat poison, but more like poisoned rat. Every time I've opened a tube, I can smell a mix of Shrek's ass and the unholy excrements of Cerberus guardian of the underworld's gates. Good boy. And it's a whole process. I'm not a fan. Plus, you run into the same problem you do with shaving. I am smooth. Everything feels so smooth. Bling! Aw, it's been an hour already. Not only do the results not last, but it's very common to have too much keratin buildup around your hair follicles. So the results you get from shaving or creams aren't that great. And no amount of exfoliation, moisturizer, serum, oil, leprechaun tears will ever fix this. Which is why some people choose waxing. The Egyptians were the first to use something that's quite popular even today, which is a form of waxing known as sugaring. Basically, you get a hot, sticky, sugary paste to yank hairs out. It takes a lot of time and self-discipline not to, have a taste of the forbidden lollipop. And it's great, but, it's also suffering. For some reason, I prefer the modern version of yanking hairs out. But ultimately, all three will keep you smooth for 2 weeks tops? Now, what is the solution? I'm gonna have to give this one to Dennis Reynolds. This is so worth it. It barely hurts. Sure, it takes time and you can smell yourself burn, but then you only need top-ups from time to time. And you will never have to experience any of this. There could be some thinking, if you don't like it, just don't do it. These people do not know how nice it feels to be smooth. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. Subscribe now, regret it later, and okay, bye.